when I was elected was kind of the beginning of the height of all this anti-LGBTQ legislation that was being introduced across the country and was kind of a new thing for New Hampshire because New Hampshire has always been a pretty accepting state. So very quickly, even though I didn't go into office with the intention of being so focused on LGBTQ rights, because of my identity, I very quickly became kind of like a leader on those issues. It can feel very isolating within the state house to be someone whose identity is being so publicly debated. Um, but I take the responsibility very seriously. Like I do everything I can to make sure that LGBTQ people in New Hampshire feel represented and feel like someone is fighting for them. We have a very, very old state legislature here in New Hampshire. Um, it's 400 people and we only pay $100 a year. So because of that, a lot of state reps are retirees or people who are independently wealthy or who have jobs like, lawyers, etc. So I think I'm literally like maybe like the fourth or fifth youngest, something like that. So um, at first, when I was first elected, people tended to disregard me a little bit more. Like they would call me and some of my younger friends like the babies of the state house. And it took some time to get them to like take us seriously, but they do now. Like I'm very much, seen as a leader and respected by my colleagues who are, at least twice, three times my age. And it just took longer to prove to them that, not only am I capable of what they do, but it's actually necessary to listen to the voices of younger people when we're passing legislation in our state, because we're the people that are going to be living with the ramifications of this legislation in the years to come. I think it's important for young people to see someone who's their age, who, I was working as a bartender until a couple months ago, someone who is really like them in the state house, advocating for what they care about. I hope to make strides forward with both making housing more affordable, legalizing cannabis, and removing some of the barriers that have been put in place to keep LGBTQ people out of sports and other public life. I want to be an advocate for the trans kids specifically in our state that are really being targeted and harassed right now, literally at their schools and their communities. And I don't want them to feel alone in that. I want them to know that someone's fighting for them in the state house.